Well, good Monday afternoon, friends. It is post-draft, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Don't forget, tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing our live stream, catching up on everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. The draft, for the most part, the lowest draft grade I've seen for the Dallas Cowboys for this draft is a B-. Most of the people have us B+ to like A-. I'd say that's the real tight range. Maybe you take Pro Football Focus's, A+, and you take, I can't remember who had the B-. Fantasy Pros, I think it was, had us at a B-. That you take those two and you look at it and say B+, A-, somewhere in there. That's about the middle section that you have in there, for the most part. And that's statistics, between mean, median, mode, modulation, and there's one other way. So just getting rid of the outliers, the highest and the lowest, that still gets you B+, A-. And I will say, I don't remember ever getting a draft grade in the A's. I just don't. Now, keep in mind, this really means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It could be point blank right, or it could be way off. So until they get on the field and play for a couple years, you don't know what you've got. Well, here's kind of a problem that the Cowboys have, and I guess this is a good kind of problem to have, is we have a lot of players, and we're going to have a lot of competition, and we're going to lose some people that maybe we thought were guys that we'd want to keep. The draft this year, it's like everybody we draft, they make you fall in love with them, okay? When you start looking at, for example, Phil Mala, I can't, the running back, 7th round pick. You see videos out here that says the Cowboys got themselves a monster back, and he may be. Dabo Sweeney, let me read to you what they said about him. Phil Malaf was one of our captains. He's a guy who's only gotten better and better every single year and really became just a dominant player for us. I mean, he was a 1,000-yard rusher. He's a team guy. He is a very soft-spoken young man with one of the sweetest spirits you'll ever encounter. But, man, is he physical, violent football player. He's 230-plus pounds, but he's light on his feet. He's got great vision, and I think he can be a 3-down player. He's effective in the passing game as well. I think his best football is still ahead of him. He's got a lot of tread left on the tires, but the thing that I would say about him is his toughness. I mean, this is a guy that has played hurt, and he's a guy that's always available, and that's hard to find when it comes to that in the running back position. He's a guy that everyone in the organization is going to absolutely love from the first time they meet him, and then just getting to do life with him every day. He's a special person, and I think they're getting a real stud in Phil Malaf. Offensive game coordinator and running backs coach, C.J. Spiller. They're getting an awesome, awesome, awesome person, and just as an unbelievable football player. He's someone that's going to be a pro on a daily basis, and he's someone that will be heavily involved in the community. He is going to make the whole organization better with each and every person he comes into contact with. And the way he carries himself, his high character, and who he is, I'm thrilled for him and his family for their new journey. That's pretty good. So now here's the thing. The Cowboys, of course, we let Rico go. A lot of people were upset that we let Rico go, and maybe they should have re-signed him because he actually was very effective for us once we started using him. We end up signing Miles Sanders. The guy's got some tread on his tire. Has got some miles on his tires. Javonte Williams. Of course, we had Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis, and Hunter Lipke. Add to that Jaden Blue and Phil Mala. We're not keeping that many running backs. And so we have to start figuring out, who is going to go. Now, here's what I'm going to say about Phil. Phil is definitely a need. He can be a short yardage guy for sure, a red zone threat, and probably a guy at 230 pounds plus can also be helpful, possibly blocking in the backfield. You definitely want to see him on the field. You definitely want to see him on the field. Jaden Blue, with that speed, now he's got a fumbling issue. Okay, they're going to have to work on it. Okay, maybe like I was pointing out yesterday, Tiki Barber used to have a fumbling issue because he kept the football down real low. And what they got him to do basically is just turning the arm in. You're cradling that thing up in here a little tighter than holding it out here like a loaf of bread that you don't want to mash. And that took care of his fumbling problem. So, they're going to want to keep Jaden Blue. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Guys on the hot seat. I really like Hunter Lipke, the fullback and stuff, and I think we're going to need the fullback unless you end up looking and say, Phil is going to be the fullback. I'm going to say that Deuce Vaughn, that is probably not going to make it on this list. And I dare say that probably Miles Sanders, because he is a little bit older than everybody else, that he probably is not going to be the one. So at the moment, I would say Javonte Williams and Jaden Blue are your two lead backs, and you possibly hold on to Malik Davis. You're going to want to try and see what you have with Phil, and Phil could be that red zone threat, that short yardage guy, and maybe Hunter Lipke. And so if you put a gun to my head and said, who do you think won't be on the roster? I got to say Deuce Vaughn and Miles Sanders. And that doesn't even count the undrafted rookie free agents that we signed that'll be thrown into the mix. The question is this an improvement over last year's Deuce Vaughn, Dalvin Cook, and Zeke Elliott? Now, as far as name recognition, last year is much more established than what we have here. I'm going to say I think we're better than we were at running back. And this is what we need to start looking at right now. Position groups. Have we improved? Have we just held serve, or did we get worse? And I'm going to say our running back room collectively, although it's not Saquon and crew, it's not Christian McCaffrey, that it's better than what we had. I think that Phil Mala will be better at short yardage right now than Zeke will be. I like the speed of Jaden Blue. And Javonte Williams, he's not a bad guy either. So that's position number one. We are a little bit better, but unfortunately we're going to have some guys that we may like that might not be there. And that may be Deuce will be let loose, and Miles Sanders will be set on that country mile. Already good people, as always, I appreciate you. Peace out.